This is ABRSM Grade 3 and question 3.4. Circle the correct key of these melodies. Each of the melodies has 4 options to choose from, but before we even look at those options, let's have a look at the flats that we have in this first example. So the first thing I would do is to write down each of the flats that we find. So we have A flat. The next one we have is E flat. The next one is D flat. The next one is E flat again, so I'm just going to give that a little tick. And then over here we have a D flat again, so I'm going to give that a little tick. And the last one is B flat. So those are the flats that we've got in our key. So the best thing to do is to put those into the order of flats. So we're going to start off with B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. Now, I know from looking at my circle of fifths, which hopefully you would have drawn on a blank piece of paper at the start of your exam in a brain dump of information that can be used for resources throughout the exam. That should hopefully tell you that it's A flat major. But you can also just cross off the last flat and look at what's left. And that is A flat. And of course, that would be the answer there. So let's have a look at B. B is a little more complex. So we're going to do the same process again. We're going to write down the flats that we can see there. And we have got an E flat. And we've got it twice. And that's it. So that's a little puzzling because where's my B flat? I don't have an order of B flat, E flat, and we do have some Bs there that are not flats. So, what can we do? It's not going to be B flat major because you would expect there to be a B flat. And it can't be E flat major because that would have B flat, E flat, and A flat, and it doesn't have a B flat. And it also doesn't have an A flat, so we know it's not going to be that. So we do know that it can be a little bit complicated if it was a minor. So let's assume that it's a minor, and we have 2 minor keys left, so we have to work out which one it is. So I'm going to go for C minor first of all, because that's the first one of my options to check out. And probably the best thing to do with this is to write out the degrees of the scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so we're going to write from C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And C minor is relative to E flat major. So you would expect to see the same key signature as E flat major, which would be a B flat, E flat, and an A flat. Okay, so let's write those in. So we have got our B flat here, we've got our E flat here, and we've got our A flat here. Okay, so what we know about our minor scales is that sometimes the 6th and the 7th can be raised. That would be a melodic minor, but it doesn't matter when we're looking at keys. We just know that the 6th and the 7th may well be raised. So if they are raised, that would take our A to A flat to an A natural, and it would take our B flat to a B natural. Now that might explain why there are no B flats and why there's also an A natural. So I think it could well be C minor. Let's look at the last one. So our last example, we're going to do exactly the same again, and we're going to write down what sharps and flats we find. So I've got an F sharp here. I've also got an F natural, and I've got an E flat, and I've got a B flat. Okay, so I have an F natural and an F sharp. That's already raised my suspicion, because you don't get flats and sharps mixed in a major key. So pretty certain it's not that one, and I'm pretty certain it's not that one. So let's have a look at the flats. Can we put them in order? Because the Fs, you can't really do anything with those for the moment. So let's put these into order. So B flat and E flat. Now that would make it, if it was a major, it would make it B flat major. But we've already decided it probably isn't. So what's that relative to? B flat major is relative to G minor. And you can check that out on your circle of fifths, which you've written down, or you could use your keyboard and go from B flat down 3 semitones. So this will be a keyboard that you've drawn out on your plain paper too. So that would take you down to G. Now, what do we find in a minor scale? We often see a raised 6th or a 7th, and in this case, the raised 7th, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that would be the 7th, which may well appear raised. So that fits with what we're seeing with a sharp and a natural. So I'm going to go for G minor.